Your name and your question, please. O river anointed, yes? Genesis, please be louder. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. I think one of the names of God is the beginner without a beginning. The beginner without a beginning. The source of all things without a source. That's why his name is called Jehovah. I am that I am. I am who I am. God has no beginning. God has no end. The beginning of God till tomorrow, no man has been able to. In short, the only man that was able to tell us about who God was from the beginning was Moses. Nobody was able to know anything about him until Moses was born. It was Moses that walked with God to a deep level, that God saw that this man can know me a little. And God decided to introduce himself to Moses. Through Moses, we now know all the things that God has done before. It was through Moses we know Genesis chapter 1, all through to Genesis, the last chapter, before Exodus began. So the truth is, there are questions you and I will ask God when we get to heaven. And I think that is one of them. How did you begin? And I think it is beautiful we live holy so that we can ask him that question. And I would like to ask him too. Hello? Can we celebrate Jesus Christ? Any other question, please? Questions? Yes, your name and your question, please speak a little louder. Pastor Sam Odudu. Why is it that the body struggles with the spirit? That's a great question. Now, the fallen nature of man is what makes the body to struggle with the spirit. Because man has fallen. Now, let me put it this way. Why is it that a human being struggles to remain chaste? When I say chaste, to be disciplined sexually, not to commit fornication. We struggle because we have introduced ourselves to fornication before. Somebody that has not introduced herself to fornication has no struggle. Hello? No struggle. Because what is he struggling with? He knows nothing about sex. So there's no struggle about sex. Am I making sense to you? No struggle. He knows nothing about sex. Sex is so strange to such people. But someone that has tasted of sex, we continue to struggle with what? Sex. The day man tasted of sin, that was the day his body became active. The body of man was not active before. It was the spirit that was active over the body. Let me tell you something that will shock you. How did Moses stay 40 days and 40 nights without food? Whereas medical science says, no water, no food. Medical science says, if you stay that duration without water, you will die. He didn't die. Elijah was given a piece of bread to eat. And he stayed with that for how many days? 40 days and what? 40 nights. He was not hungry. What about Jesus? He stayed 40 days and 40 nights. The body was not hungry. What was the secret of these people? The secret is the answer question you asked me now. Now, let me use another thing to explain it. Adam knew nothing like day and night. Adam never defecated. Angels don't defecate. Angels don't defecate. But we are told that the children of Israel, they ate angels' food. That means angels eat. Have you not read? Jesus said, the children of Israel ate the food of angels. They didn't eat the true manna. That himself is the true manna. So angels eat, but they don't go to toilet. Adam never went to toilet before he fell. Adam never knew darkness before he fell. Adam never took his bath any day before he fell. The fallen nature is what brought those things. Adam knew no headache. Don't forget that they became naked after they fell. So Adam never wear clothes any day. If he was not wearing clothes, so how was he bathing? He wasn't bathing. The glory of God was over him. 2:47. And by their glory, don't forget that the food he was eating from the tree of life. And they that eat of that tree shall never die. They will never hunger, they will never thirst. Have you heard Jesus say it? I am the bread of life. He that eats of me shall not die. He that is thirsty, come and drink of the river of life. If you take of that bread of life, you don't grow hungry. It energizes your spiritual man to control your physical body. That's why in this world, there are people that have mastered the spiritual realm. They can stay 3 days without food, without getting hungry. They've mastered that realm. They can stay 7 days. Not that they are managing to bear the hungry. They've attained that realm. You see, Christians, we are the weak people. A herbalist can go to a forest for 14 days. Many people don't know. Some people that have stayed in that territory where they do enough juju things, they know what I'm saying. A herbalist can leave the town and go to the forest and stay there 7 good days. All he went it is without his staff. Bagagagam, bagagagam, bagagagam. That's all he went with. He will go to the forest and commune with demons. Let me tell you something. 1,000 days in the eyes of God, 1,000 years in the eyes of God is like what? A day. Your Bible. 1,000 years is like a day. The day your spiritual man begins to gain access to God, when you have spent 3 days, it's like you have spent only 3 minutes. Only what? You will not know. People talked about Babalola. They serve food on the table. Babalola said, let us bless the food. As he stretched his hand to pray, it was almost 3 days. He was still praying. All the people, they got tired. They ate. They slept. Some went home. They came back. He was still praying. They went home again. They came back. He was still praying. Why? He tapped into the spirit realm. And before God, 1,000 years is like 1 day. So when they say we are praying for 3 days, oh, he said 3 days. Ah, we just started the prayer. We are just blessing the food. Can we eat now? Food's not finished. These are the things you need to understand. I'm answering your question for you. I'm answering your question for you. Your body struggles because your body has been brought under subjugation of sin. For the wages of sin. And the body don't die now. It's your Bible now. That's Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death. If the Spirit of God, which raised Christ from the dead, dwelleth in you, he shall quicken. That means the body don't die already. He shall quicken your mortal body. So you see the body is what? I'm asking you a question. Why is the body struggling? It's dead. It's dead with sin. Sin has mastered it. Lies, cheating, pretense, fornication, backbiting. And you can stand up, please. To ask a question, so don't be dozing too. So that's the body. That's the body at work. That's the body. That's the body. But once the spirit man is alert, those of you that have noticed, this environment now, I can stand like this for the next 6 hours preaching. I will never know 6 what? Hours. You know why? Because the spirit man is activated over the body. Over the body. So that's why, if you want your body to come under subjugation, deal with it. If you are truly of above, you shall mortify the deeds of your mortal body. Colossians chapter 3 verse 1. If truly we set our affection on the things that are above, then we must mortify the deeds of our mortal body. Colossians 3 verse 1. There's so much work to do as we study. As we study along line this. Your spirit man can overpower your body if you give the attention to the spirit man to overpower what? The body. But naturally, like I said, the body is dead because of what? Any man that has tasted sin. I want to show you something that will shock you. Any man that has tasted sin, they struggle. Until they pay the price for the sin they have tasted. Until they pay the price for the sin they have tasted. Nobody will teach you that. Salvation is free. Agreed. But for you to have tasted of sin, you have been forgiven. No? There are still prices you must pay. Hello? Have you seen somebody that lost the virginity? After becoming born again, first became a virgin again. How? You only became born again. You have lost virginity. It's gone forever. So yes, you are going to speak in tongues. I'm a born again Christian. The man that will marry you will know you are not a virgin. I'm asking you a question. There's no negotiating. So the man has right to ask you, you say you are a born again Christian. Why are you not a virgin? The price, that's what you want to pay now. That's the price. That's the price. Because if you could marry without being a virgin, the possibility of you dating outside your marriage is there too. So when the man tells you, I'm suspecting another man, no verse. Just tell us, say, I beg you, I know, no verse. Like say you marry me as virgin, you're not going to suspect me. Am I talking to somebody here? You are suspecting me now because you didn't marry me what? A virgin. So no verse, I hear, okay? But I have nothing to do with the man. Not say, hey, you know I'm a Christian. Why would you say such a thing? He said, I'm angry now. For you to suspect I'm angry now. Sister, relax. Relax. You lost your virginity before you married the man. And so calm down. That's one of the prices.